Before I introduce myself, let me first welcome you to the world that I knew. I was born and raised in an archipelago floating in the Pacific, the Pearl of the Orient as they'd call it, with more than 7,000 islands. These islands are made of big and small mountains, deep and shallow waters, vast plains, and dense forests. We have the smallest fish in the world, but the biggest fish comes to visit our waters as well. We have Manny Pacquiao, might ring a bell, the world boxing champion. Lea Salonga, who played Kim in Broadway's Miss Saigon, and the singing voice of, this might be more familiar, Disney's Mulan and Jasmine. Recently, one of our cities was named the selfie capital of the world, and we have received top rankings in the world's happiest countries, despite natural calamities that repeatedly struck our nation. It only united us and strengthened our spirits. This is my country. It's called the Philippines. Once, this was the only world that I knew. You see, I've never left my country before. My methods of travel included walking, which never really take me that far, and reading, which took me to places only accessible by my imagination. Libraries were my recluse. So, with bundles of books, piles of papers, and 4 pairs of eyeglasses later, here I am standing in front of all of you, knees slightly shaking, but proud to be a Filipina representing my country. We all have stories of how we learned about this wonderful program, the Global UGRAD. Mine started with a conversation with an upperclassman in my college who had a friend who was at the program at that time. I was in a computer laboratory when the application period opened. 8 pages filled and requirements were met. This might sound familiar to all of us. My heart paced faster than my feet when I walked to the Philippine American Educational Foundation to submit my application on the due date itself, 2 years ago. I didn't know then that this would change my life, open new paths for me, and welcome me to a bigger world out there. I have been here in the United States for 7 months, yet every day still seems surreal. From the moment I stepped on the campus of the University of Mississippi, I immediately fell in love and understood why it was ranked as the most beautiful campus in the United States. Learning from my professors in the classroom and attending events and conferences not only broadened my knowledge and perspective, but it continued to challenge me to be better and to never stop learning. The biggest lessons, however, and perhaps the best memories that I have made during this program are from my decisions and experiences outside the classroom. I have met friends from all over the world: Egypt, Germany, South Korea, China, Ireland, Brazil, Japan, Pakistan, Oman, and Ireland, just to name a few. In the following days, I will be meeting and knowing all of you fellow UGRADers to add to my ever-expanding world. And it is exciting. Every day is exciting, from tasting international cuisine to letting your language dance on my tongue. American football, soccer, tailgating in our grove, all these American traditions, if you may, brought me to them and all of us together, soaking ourselves in the plurality of cultures and diversity. The Global UGRAD program has opened my world to brand new heights. As a student journalist and a storyteller, it thrilled me to discover stories of people from all over the world. It amazed me to see stereotypes broken in front of me. I may not have mastered the rules of American football just yet, but I have learned so much more about American politics and democracy. I may not have developed that southern accent yet, but I have bonded with both Americans and internationals over sweet tea, cornbread, and grits. Our journey is all soon to end, sad as that may sound. Our apartments and our dorm rooms will soon be filled with other people. But the mark that we so willingly left in our universities, in our friends, in our places of community service and internships will stay there. You and I will embark on our journeys homeward, and it is only the beginning of leadership and service to our nations and to our peoples. Everything that we have learned from our UGRAD days will be treasured. I would like to express my gratitude to the U.S. Department of State, World Learning, and the Philippine American Educational Foundation for seeing in me the potential to lead and to serve as a global citizen. Thank you for giving me and all of us here the opportunity to bravely step forward beyond the comforts of our homes to learn more about the world as a classroom in itself. It is so inspiring to see all of us here gathered together by this program, learning, continuously learning from each other. I welcome you again to my world, now broader, wider, more diverse, and more multicultural. It is a privilege and an honor to be here, to speak in front of y'all, and see the faces of the next leaders of our global village. I am proud to be part, and will always be proud to be part of this growing family. Good evening to all of you. My name is Josette Rina Enano, and I am from the Philippines, and I am a proud UGRADer. Thank you.